Hi everyone. Today I am just in need of some inspiration. Hope y'all can use some too. Look how thin the deck is. Oh my god. Crazy. I think we're on, wait, 17, 18? I think 18. Anyways. Okay, first card, the Maga of Keys. So this is the Mother of Wands, Rebel. Very pretty. The Mother of Wands. Okay, so I really like that the word rebel is associated with like a mature persona. Like, I think a lot of times in society or in the world, like the rebel is seen as someone who's like younger, or like if you see an older person who's like changed things for the better, like, you know, especially if it's a woman like Ruth Bader Ginsburg or other women, like rebel might be added to them later. That's usually not the first adjective that's attributed to them. So I like that this is the keyword for the mother kind of like stage of life, whether or not you're an actual mother, of course. So I like that because even at my age, in my own little way, I feel like that rebellion energy is it's kind of like it's kind of like makes being on the outside worth it. Like feeling like an outsider, feeling like you don't really belong, looking at things in a different way. And, you know, you're able to see things differently when you're not totally encompassed in groupthink. This next one is Ace of Shells, Prosperity. Very, very pretty. So Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Very nice. So it looks like it's a giant shell in her hand. And I consider like the aces like that pure form of the energy. And in a lot of ways, in its pure elemental form, it's like the strongest. I feel like the ace is the strongest representation of the potential of that element. So I really like that it's represented by a larger shell. And I can see like prosperity. I don't know, that's really hopeful for me because I've been feeling like, you know, one thing about like everything that's going on here and like how economics are going to change. Sorry, economics, like money for us on a day-to-day basis. I think next year, like maybe not overnight, but when people start realizing that your 401ks, like our retirement funds here, are like full of companies that people don't like, you know, it's like that's what's funding our retirement for those of us who own stocks. And a lot of us have retirement funds, at least, if not, you know, that's usually the only savings that people have is the retirement fund, and they're usually employer given. And that's like the most common form of saving here. And what people don't understand is like in their mutual funds and stuff, those portfolios are filled with companies that people don't like. And so as we're trying to move towards like closing that wealth gap, people are going to realize that what's funding their retirement are those same companies. So I think that like we all have to understand the reach of how everything is just so intertwined. And also like, it's not that we can't change all of it. It just has to be done in a way that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. But so prosperity, good thing. The thing with prosperity is I really feel like it's a word that means like you can, I guess it doesn't have to necessarily mean money, but because this is a pentacle, I'm going to take it as such. And I'm taking it as like wealth instead of getting rich. So not as a short term, like you can have prosperity for 5 days, which I guess is also true. But in my mind, I'm taking this specific moment as a long-term thing. So that's inspirational. Sanctuary, the Four of Keys. So the Four of Wands. Wait, what was the first one? The Maga of Keys. Okay, so the Four of Wands. Okay. I like this because it's like, you know, celebration, and I like how all these locks are here instead of the keys, or in addition to, I have to take a closer look at that, but there's like this lock, and it's a really pretty lock. And that sanctuary, it reminds me of security. It reminds me of going to places within ourselves or with other people where it's just either like you're just filled in some form or fashion. So it's either like you're around people who understand you, and like it's not a lot of like you don't have to explain yourself, or it's like you're gonna celebrate a good time. It's just a lot of safety there. So I like how there's this lock here, because that to me is like you're protecting something that's treasured. You have the keys, right? So you can open it, close it, keep it to yourself. You know, again, that's kind of like what I did with my recovery time, is that I held it close to me for years. I didn't talk about it. I didn't let people know, just because I learned so much, and I was just like, did that really, it was just all very surreal. So yeah, so I think these are pretty hopeful. Very nice. Anyways, I hope y'all are doing well, and I will talk to you tomorrow. My gosh, y'all. Crazy. It's getting so thin. Bye.